Her whole face changed. She snatched it out of my hands, told me to leave it alone. I asked again, and that's when she snapped. She told me the other guy was her brother, my uncle, a man I had never heard of in my entire life. I asked why she never mentioned him, but she just shook her head and told me to let it go. When I pressed, she screamed at me and told me never to bring it up again. Then she stormed off to her room and slammed the door. That should have been the end of it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I needed answers, and I knew the only person who could give them to me was the man I had spent my life hating. It took a while, but I found him. He lived just a few towns over. I thought he'd be some deadbeat, maybe living in a rundown apartment, but he wasn't. He had a decent house in a nice neighborhood, and when I knocked on his door, he opened it and just froze. Then, out of nowhere, he pulled me into a hug. His whole body shook as he held me, and he kept whispering, "I thought I'd never see you again." This was not what I expected. When we sat down, I showed him the picture and asked him what really happened, and that's when I learned the truth. My uncle wasn't some great guy. He was an abusive drunk. He used to hit my mom all the time. That night at the BBQ, he got wasted and hit her while she was pregnant with me. My dad stepped in. He punched him once. That was all it took. My uncle's head hit the concrete and he never got back up. The